Yeah, speaking of Thanksgiving, we got some games going on. Three NFL games, as always. The number in the Bears Lions game is Chicago -3. I don't know anyone that seems too interested in that game, if I'm being honest, Brett. I mean, Matt Nagy's being asked whether or not he's preemptively been fired and is being allowed to coach this game. It doesn't seem like a great situation for either side.
Yeah, gonna be Andy Dalton. Looks like Jared Goff will be starting for the Lions. Could be the Lions' last opportunity for a win this year. You never know, Higgins. So, look, it'll be on TV. Certainly not as excited for this one as the next game we're gonna talk about here. Raiders, Cowboys. And you and I are both on this one, Higgins.
And we do not agree. And Brett, I'm surprised. I mean, the Cowboys hosting the Raiders on Thanksgiving. I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I mean, they're playing fantastic against the spread this season. They've surprised me. I was a hater on them that took the under for wins against them, and I don't think that's going to hit. But they've played competitive against everybody and won a lot of their games. I think they're going to get a win here. The line's at -7.5. Listen, the Raiders are just too dysfunctional of a team for me right now. They have too much going on since Gruden left, since everything that's happened personnel wise for them. I can't be finding myself back. I can't find myself backing Oakland. Or sorry,
Oakland,
Las Vegas.
wow. Okay.
Las Vegas.
Taking
Wow.
shots. Taking shots. Look, I'm going to be on the Raiders plus 7.5 here. Dallas's offense has not been very good. Two of the last 3 weeks, Higgins. I think a big game like this, no Amari Cooper. CeeDee Lamb seems like he's going to play, so that's good news for Dallas. But, being without one and a half of your top wide receivers. That's tough. I'm interested to see how Tyron Smith looks if he's back at left tackle for the Cowboys. That's probably the biggest indicator of whether they'll win or not. But either way, a touchdown over a touchdown for the Dallas Cowboys seems like a lot. So give me the Raiders plus 7.5. I'll be on the opposite side on this one, Higgins. I'll be on the side of the book. Everyone in America is going to want to be on the Cowboys. America's team, Thanksgiving Day. I'll take the buck.
Okay, fair enough. We'll be trading some texts. Is this gonna be? This is a 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, so this is gonna be before Thanksgiving dinner for me out here in Oregon. That's a 4:30. Are you on the East Coast? Are you an early Thanksgiving or a late Thanksgiving dinner person?
Oh, we're going to be eating during the Cowboys Raiders game, I'm sure.
Okay, let's move on and talk about some Sunday games, though, Brett, because you and I were also not on that Bills Saints game that's ending out the Thanksgiving NFL games. So, jumping to Sunday, I want to talk about two teams that both played rather well last week, the Bucks and the Colts. But I don't expect Jonathan Taylor to perform as well as he did last week. I mean, that was sensational what we saw from him. And to do that in back-to-back weeks, I don't expect it. I don't think he's going to be able to run against the Bucks like that as well. But we saw Tampa Bay's offense with Rob Gronkowski returning, and Tom Brady is just comfortable when he has Gronk. This line at -3, it's just too small for me. Tom Brady, now that he has Gronk back, the Bucks, they're hitting that next gear. They're going to get a few wins by at least a score, if not multiple. And I think this is where they're going to start really turning the tide. They got a big win against the Giants that was 20 points. They're going to get another big win against the Colts here, I think.
All right, Higgins. Well, you're buying in on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm buying in on the Miami Dolphins. Must be something in the water in Florida, Higgins. Miami home dogs to Carolina. Carolina has not won a game Cam Newton has started yet, Higgins. Now, it's only one game, but I don't know where this respect is coming from. Carolina has been struggling a lot since their 3-0 start, Higgins. This is not the team that started out the year. They are honestly pretty bad. So look, Miami playing better football as of late. Miami's not a team I would be buying with points, but the 2 point home dogs in a game that's, in my opinion, a coin flip, Higgins, I'll take the home team every time in this situation.
And just like the Raiders, you're siding with the book here. 70% of the public is on Carolina -2, which I agree, they have not really performed as well as they are being given credit for. I mean, they're being given a lot of credit. Cam has brought back some waves and attention, it seems. Christian McCaffrey's back, so I understand some of the hype, but we're not seeing results yet.
Yeah, it just seems like they're being given respect, and Miami's actually the team that's playing better.
Yeah, I agree. And Tua coming in has played pretty strong. My eyes, though, Brett, are also shifting all the way to Sunday night now. We got the Cleveland Browns facing off against the Baltimore Ravens on Sunday night, and this is going to be a very interesting one where Lamar Jackson is most likely going to be back in Baltimore. We don't have proof of that yet, we don't have confirmation, but that's what it seems like. Meanwhile, Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns, they've had plenty of their struggles. I mean, they got a win last week against Detroit. Woohoo, I guess. They struggled terribly against New England 2 weeks ago. Without Odell Beckham Jr., their offense hasn't really been able to do much. They didn't even use him much while he was there. There's been a ton of injuries along the way for this team. Meanwhile, the Ravens, like I said, I think they're getting back Lamar. I think they're going to get back Hollywood too as well. And with this line only being at -4 right now, I'm going to hop on that at -105 value. I think that's pretty good.
All right, yeah, I'm interested to see what happens here because I kind of feel like Cleveland needs to take the ball out of Baker's hands and let him. I don't know if he can really recover from his shoulder injury. I guess the good news, Higgins, right, is not his throwing shoulder, but I think he's more than hurt, right? Like he just doesn't look right out there. The team's struggling. They
The
beat
energy's off.
Yeah, they beat the Broncos with Case Keenum in there. I want to say the bye week is coming up for this team, so
Yes, they
like,
play the Ravens, they have their bye week, and then they play the Ravens again.
yeah, I feel like let Baker get 2 weeks off. I don't know like if that's like even something that's being discussed, but it just it feels like that should that should be happening. I don't know. That's my uninformed take there, Higgins. I think Baker, let Case Keenum start this week.
Okay.
Maybe Baltimore gets Lamar back. I don't know if that even affects the spread, Higgins. If Keenum starts for the Browns, like it's probably about the same. I don't
Yeah.
really think there's a much of a drop off there. So, but that's just my take on the game. Is like I think the Browns take the ball out of Baker's hands for a week.
Yeah, and the fact that Cleveland's playing Baltimore in 2 straight games with their bye in between, I wouldn't be surprised if they lose in Baltimore and then they have 2 weeks to prep and come back focused and they win against the Ravens at Cleveland because Baltimore has to go. They're hosting Cleveland this Sunday night. Then they travel to Pittsburgh and then they go to Cleveland. So they have a little bit of a. And then after they travel to Cleveland, they're traveling to Green Bay. So that right now they have a little AFC North divisional matchups that they have to focus on, but they have a tough little road spurt coming up ahead, so it'll be interesting, Brett. Uh,